Hello again, YouTubers. This is Malachi D. Wildman playing Star Wars X-Wing, the 1998 edition Collector's CD-ROM. This is Campaign 5, Mission number 14.
X-Wing Red will rendezvous with 2 Corvettes at Nav Buoy 1A7Q. The Corvette's meeting has been leaked to the Empire as bait. The Imperial frigate Mayhem is expected to respond. Blue Squadron will attack with several waves of B-Wings to disable it. Once disabled, transports will deliver commandos to capture the frigate. X-Wing Red must protect the transports from enemy action.
Okay, so by the briefing, and by the way, this is another two dual mission briefing, A and B missions. You can see the B missions.
A convoy of troop
And
transports.
but we're going to do the A mission.
Rendezvous with troop.
We're going to go ahead and do the A mission. The B mission looks a little bit easier. I may be wrong, but it looks a little bit easier. It's just more likely you're just simply disabling transports and capturing. This one is a little bit more complicated. I don't know if it's how difficult it is. Again, I haven't played this in a while. But you can see, reading on, you can go ahead and pause it, read this on your own, and then you can. And we'll go into the strategy guide. What I mean by complicated, the first part of the mission, we have to protect our Corvettes until they leave. The second part of the mission, we have to disable. We actually have to assist in disabling the Mayhem. We don't technically disable it, but we have to protect our B-Wings until they actually do. So we'll have to focus on various ships. We'll have to focus on bombers. The first, you can see by this display, bombers the first part, interceptors the second part, and then once it is actually disabled, we'll have to then switch over to guns, which enter in when the actual disabled. So we'll have gun Mu, and then gun Tau once it's captured. So this is it's a pretty complicated mission. Again, I'm not certain how difficult it is. I think I had a little bit of trouble on this, but it's been a while since I played this. So we'll go ahead and get started, and then you'll know. I'll let you know how difficult it is. Okay, YouTubers, hopefully you can hear me. This mission was really, really fun. It's not the mission is difficult. First thing, not the mission is difficult. It's just it's very long and complicated. It's got several steps. The first thing you do, first out of the bat, when you're out of the chute, is to tell your wingmen to wait. Tell them to wait behind these Corvettes. Then save the Corvette, the green. I can't remember. I didn't see the name of it, but save the Corvette in green. Your Corvette. Save that one. The other one is the neutral Corvette and it's not really important. They don't target that Corvette. Let me say this. The second thing is speed up past the Corvettes and go max speed past the Corvettes, about 2-3 clicks out. After that, you can kind of start recharging your guns. It's not too critical. Once you get some distance, you'll see what I mean in a moment when the frigate jumps in, where you have it. So there's moments in this mission. This is the first really only break in this mission where you have, and the frigate jumps in. Now you're going to see frigate jump in, and it will launch the first wave of TIE interceptors. They're launched first, and when you're targeting, the target interceptors go out. I save them in the initial, the furthest. I'm right-handed, but I save them in the F5 slot. It's the furthest to the right, to the left. Your frigate saved. I saved the frigate to everything that's my ships to the right side, everything to the left side, enemy ships, and so in my save slot. So, okay, next point. Target the one interceptor that's not in a group. That one's going after your ship, your wingman. He's targeting your wingman. So if you destroy him, all the other ships in the wing, all the interceptors will target you. Also,
Red leader, incoming missile. Red leader, incoming missile.
There's 2 of them. You can see 2 of them launch missiles at me. The other one is going to launch a torpedo. Now, depending on where you're at in relation, I'm not sure if it's random or where you're at in relation to the frigate. The frigate will launch bombers with either torpedoes or missiles. If you're closer to the frigate, I believe it launches missile frigates, missile bombers, and if you're farther away, it launches torpedo bombers. Now, after the Corvettes leave, then it'll launch nothing but missile bombers. It launches nothing but missile bombers, but only after the Corvettes leave. I mean, occasionally it'll launch a 3-wing at you, but once the Corvettes leave, it launches nothing but missile bombers. And hopefully I can get, if it's hopefully sounds over. I'm going to move the mic up a little bit. Hopefully I won't breathe into it. If not, I apologize.
Nice
So
shot.
moving down. My advice is to focus on the bombers. Take them out. If you take all the bombers out and they're gone, that's you. The first part of the mission, you pretty much have won. So I just focus on the bombers. It's like the little clue gave you. Focusing on the bombers will help you out immensely for the next part of the mission. I try to if a bomber gets away with a torpedo run, since it takes 6 torpedoes to destroy the Corvette, it's not lost. If it launches torpedoes, it's not bad. Plus, you have your wingman on. That's why I told my wingman to wait. In case the bomber gets away, I can tell my wingman to go after him. In that way. I avoid fighting the interceptors. Why? As long as the interceptors are fighting me, I'm not going after my wingman, and I can avoid the interceptors all day long. Let them fire at me all day long. The bombers, if their bombers are still around when your B-wings arrive, you will have a problem because they will be pretty much tear up your wingmans pretty quickly, faster than the interceptors. So,
Nice shot.
pretty much, I just kill them. I don't even let them go back. I just destroy them fast as I can. Next wing out, target next wing, and next wing. Take the wings down as quickly as possible, and then it's just like that. Yeah, I don't know why it gives the kind of capturing noise when the R2 unit. It's probably just a game mechanic. It didn't have really. It's kind of weird, but that's just the way the mechanic is. It's kind of beeps like it's being captured. Something's wrong, but it's not. That's just the Corvettes kind of meeting together and saying, "Okay, guys, how's it going? You want some coffee?" Say, "Yeah, okay. Well, let's get out of here. Let's let the bombers go." Yeah. So anyway, bombers going down pretty quickly.
Nice shot.
Like I said, I think on that first wave, it was the first wave when I fought them. I think only the first wave launched a single torpedo loaded bomber. The rest of them were all missile bombers, which made it actually makes it easier for me since I don't have to tell my wingman to do anything, and he doesn't have to. I don't have to worry about it destroying Corvettes, and let them launch after me. As long as they go after me, I really don't care. And if you get a little overwhelmed with interceptors, feel free to take out one. Make sure to leave one so that the frigate will not launch a full wave of 3 again. But as far as the bombers go, take them down. Also, I noticed something else. And probably as soon as that Corvette jumps, I didn't tell my wingman to do that. As soon as that Corvette jumped out, I should have told my wingman to go ahead with mission. I don't know if it was something. It's a game mechanic glitch or not. If your wingman's waiting, I noticed the bombers weren't coming out when my wingman was in waiting. So I don't know if that was a game mechanic, or if it's just a timing thing. The bombers come out with a timing thing. You'll be able to take a look at it. I'll probably look over my other videos and see if it is. I might make a notation in the description of this on that, but yeah. I didn't tell my wingman to immediately go to normal operations because I was kind of busy. But as soon as that Corvette leaves, you can tell your wingman to basically go ahead and go forward with me. You know, go forward with mission. Shift G, I believe is what it is. Also, the timer on this is not. This mission. I haven't done a historical run on this. I think a historical mission you actually have to do it within time, but normal mission you don't. I don't think the timer is not critical. Let's see. All the bombers gone. Looks like it. Looks like the whole bombers are cleared. I'm looking at the bomber. I'm looking at my the ship. I notice no bombers are on my screen. I'm kind of like, oh, what's going on? I'm looking around, and I click on, and like, no bombers. My guy's waiting. I say, go ahead, go with
Roger,
mission.
proceeding with mission.
Yeah, tell me my mission. Go ahead, mission, and not too long after that, the bombers appear. Again, I decided to go after the interceptors. You know. And actually, this is a pretty clean run. There's also another. I'm pretty sure it's a glitch because after get a little too close to the frigate, that's not right. Wouldn't recommend that. Yeah. Then I tell you, wingman, to go after the furthest. The interceptor that's heading furthest away from you, because that one's heading out towards your bombers. You'll be able to see what direction it's going to, so you know which ones. There's about 2 of them that go after the bombers, and then or after your wingmen, and one after the bombers, and one sticks around and fight with you. But let's see here. You got the launching torpedoes, pretty much. I think they launch all their torpedoes at the bomb. This wing managed to get all the torpedoes off on the frigate because they're not being fired on, but nothing but interceptors. So I was a little farther away. I started to increase my speed, so I dropped my. I mentioned to drop. Well, he's close by. Yeah, I think.
Roger, using designated target.
Just basically tell your wingman to go after an interceptor, and an interceptor attacking the bombers. That's all I did for the rest of this part of this mission. Give a little hint, hit a little forward. I got my wingman was too close to the frigate. You'll find out a little later on that he got a little too close to the frigate. So decided to harass the frigate a little bit just to get the focus fire on me instead of my bombers. It's not too bad. The frigate's shields are up anyway. But I don't stick around too long. Just focus fire on me and then pull away. And he's launching some more torpedoes on the bomber. On the frigate. One of my B-wings launching torpedoes on the frigate. Again, I lost a B-wing. Now, I believe, well, it really wasn't necessary, but I think the hint in the mission was to tell your wingman to leave. I don't know if you tell your wingman, if you tell this wing to go home, if the next wing comes in faster. They have full torpedoes, but it really didn't matter at some point. It didn't really matter. That was good. Took out a full face run on the it was a head-to-head run on the interceptors there, and the interceptor lost. So 2 instead of now we're dealing with 2 instead of 3. Thank you, interceptors. So. Yeah, there's the guy interceptor after me. The interceptors really go down pretty quickly. Once the bombers are gone, the interceptors go down fairly quickly because they don't take. They're fast and they have to do a lot of damage, but they don't have much in the way of armor. Take down, focus fire on the frigate again. Focus on me. I think the shields.
Oh, come on! His shields are down.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of fake. Shields were down, and they are still torpedoing them. They are still torpedoing it. They are still torpedoing the frigate. Did I just lose my my wingman? No. Oh, I just lost a B-wing. Don't think. Yeah, I just lost my B-wings. Next wave comes in.
Your shields are down. Use your ion cannons.
Well, see, I didn't realize at this point I have the B-wing. The first wave is dead. I don't realize at this point the first wave is dead. So I'm waiting on the second wave to come in. There's the second wave. So, second wave's coming in, and excuse me. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Going down.
Nice shot.
Pretty much.
come on. Can we get iron cannons on this guy? Shield
Sure, why not? Yeah, they're still launching torpedoes. I don't know why my B-wing insists on launching torpedoes at this shieldless frigate. I'm at this point I'm kind of worried that they're gonna either damage the hull or destroy it, and I'm kind of nervous at this point. I'm really like, please disable this thing, please disable this frigate.
Disabled.
And I'm like, oh yes, I hear that wonderful sound, frigate disabled. Of course my wingman is dead. But at this point, he's helpful, but not necessary. The point prior to this point, he was necessary. Before that, at the beginning, he wasn't necessary. Again, dealing with the bombers. So, dealing with interceptors, necessary. Dealing with these gunboats, he helpful, but not necessary. So, and if he lives to the end, you could go ahead and send him off to. You'll see at the end, ships coming in the end. He could send him off after them, but he did live. He lived longer than he has ever lived in the past, so we'll celebrate that. Oh, on these gunboats, use dual torpedoes, and you don't have to use all 3 on the first wave. In fact, I didn't. You really have to just kind of get them down to one ship, and you can pretty much tear the ship up with your cannons. Because after this, it's just 2 waves. This wave and the next wave, and that's really about it. So, and then you pretty much. And he will run. He will jump out if he's damaged. He will jump away. Next wave will come in. He will jump away. Yeah. Best advice is to quote. I didn't say it before, but on the first wave, quickly speed up. You pretty much put all your energy into engines till you get within about 3 clicks, 4 clicks, and then start charging up your cannons. Have your shields to normal, and just basically do that. Do that.